X factor of safety, and also
X Factor FM radio station broadcasting live from.
Where are we at?
Oh shit, where are we at?
Virginia.
Yeah,
Virginia.
we're in Gainesville, Virginia. We are at Stonewall Golf Club here in Gainesville. We are at the Battle of the Aces, Reunite the Fight, 4-man Scramble.
We're a mess, man.
Yeah, we are a mess, but it's good content. Like we said, it's a marathon. And we have yet another awesome guest here with us.
Jeff Sweeney.
Mr. Jeff Sweeney.
He don't like to be called Mr., dude. You're going to get punched. He's going to punch you
Yeah,
in
he's
the
going to
face.
punch me in the face. Jeff Sweeney of JSS Auctioneers. I'm just going to put this out there. I love auctioneers. There's somebody that I knew that's from New Mexico, Colonel Jaime Ramirez. He is an auctioneer as well. So, can you give us your best auctioneer pitch, roll? Can I get a...
Watch what. How do you do it?
Okay, so I met a young lady not long ago, probably 6 or 7. When they introduced her, they said, "This is the auctioneer," and she said, "Oh, you're the guy that goes beep, 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 sold." I said, "That's pretty close. That's pretty close." But how I do it, it sounds like 1,000 now, give it 1,000 now, 1,500, 15 and now, 2,000, 2,000 now, 25, 25 and now, 27 and a half, 27 and a half, sold, $2,500.
Why do y'all do it like that? Do you do it so that you could, like, for people like me that are impulse buyers, I'll just be like, do you do that so it's like, oh, it's too late. I can't hear that you said either 1,000 or 1,000,000.
That's an issue that I can't talk to you about because that's not. I don't have the degree to be able to do that. However, an auction like this for benefit, which is 99% of what I do, is all about excitement and enthusiasm. If people come and they want to help fund the cause, I don't have to sell them on that. They're already in the door or playing golf or doing those things. My job is to get them fired up and get them rolling, as we did this morning with the guys over there.
Yeah.
And saying, this is what we're going to do. Hang on, here we go. The ride is fixing to go. And at that point, I almost feel like a ride operator at a carnival. Because I want to say, you're going to have fun. Please keep your arms and body parts inside the ride until we come to a complete stop. Because when I start and when I finish, it's a ride all the way.
I love you're talking about this morning. That was one thing I noticed about you. You had this command presence. You just took over. I love that. Do you have to have that persona as far as being an auctioneer?
No, you don't, because many of them literally will sit behind a microphone just as we are now. Mm-hmm. If they sell cars or cows, and that's what they do for a living. Well, they're selling to people who are buying to make a living. So when they do that, it's business on both sides. So at that point, it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 sold. Because the whole program is I'm moving as many cars through my line as I can, or moving cows through, and it's business.
Cars and cows.
Guys, yeah, it's literally cars and cows is mostly what it is. Mine, in the benefit world, you have to read your crowd. I just walked in not knowing exactly what I was going to do 2 days ago, and then Scott and I talked to be able to be here because it didn't look like my schedule was going to allow it. So that all changed literally on Wednesday for me to fly on Thursday and be here. Knowing that I have retired generals all the way down to the young men sitting behind us over here.
There's some handsome guys, aren't there?
Yeah, they are, and they're all like 18 feet tall. And so I definitely do not fit in that crowd.
We're talking about the color guard.
Yes, the color guard.
We got to get them
They
over
are
here.
all the tallest one of them is 6'8",
Holy shit.
and he weighs 240.
Wow.
And he it's like looking at a brick wall.
I know, he's like a freaking Greek goddess over there.
Yes. So that's the whole variety. So knowing that was the room, we're gonna talk a little smack. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get in their face because I've been told before I probably should have been a drill instructor, and I said the kicker is because I have not been in the military, so I'm a little bit different in this, but I probably would have wished out because they would have kicked my butt out about 3 days in because I'd have said something wrong to somebody and I'd have been all done. So that's how I operate. So my service to them is working on this to help this kind of a deal. And at the first time I met Master Sergeant Kent in Detroit at one of these, he came up to me and thanked me for my service.
That's what I was going to say, man. You are serving. So
Yeah.
thank you for your service, and thank you what you're doing. And I was going to ask you, why are you volunteering? What does this mean to you?
So if I can, as we talked a minute ago, I emphasize they're already involved because we're doing something they're passionate about. And then if I can make it fun and exciting and I can bring the enthusiasm, right now, people need to smile and laugh. They need to have a good time. So the fact that I was able to razz them a little bit before they got in their golf carts to go out, I have had more of these gentlemen say thank you, sir, and high-five me in the last hour and call me sir. It's amazing. If I can do those kind of things and help change a little bit and affect some people so that we don't have the 22 a day who are committing suicide, if I can help affect that even in my little way, I will do whatever I can.
Man, Jeff, whoa, again, epic. I'm telling you, folks, if you're tuning in just now, this is the first time you're tuning in, go check all the epic guests that we've had prior to Jeff. But Jeff, right now, he is serving. He is doing what he has to do to help. So what are you auctioning here for this event?
So that's one of the cool things. Since we didn't know we were going to actually, if I was going to be here or not, we actually have sitting in front of us on the table is the Howa PRC 1500, which is a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's got a 4x15x50 scope. It has a bipod, and it is Cerakoted in red, white, and blue. That is one of the rifles that we're going to be able to auction off later this afternoon.
I wish we had it over
The
here.
one sitting in front, what's that?
I said I wish we had it over here.
Okay, it's right there. You just
So-
wish it was in your hand.
So, folks, I'm going to give you a preview of what he is talking about. That gun right there that you see, that is what's being auctioned off. That rifle right there. Let me rephrase that. Rifle that's being auctioned off right there. Again, it's part of the auction. It's part of the event. So,
With that, we did one of these 3 weeks ago down in Fort Myers, Florida, at the Grouper Grapple that I got to be a part of, which is a fishing tournament, and then it raises money as well. We sold one of those at that program once again, a last-minute kind of a deal. On Thursday, we talked about it for Saturday, and we raised $6,000 by selling that firearm.
wow.
Yes.
Holy crap.
And so today, we've got one of those. We also have a 12-gauge shotgun that is Cerakoted in red, white, and blue that we're going to be doing. And we've got a couple of other things that I've been working on. I think our guest of honor, Aubrey McDade. I think I've got a shirt that he and Master Sergeant Kent is going to be able to sign. We're gonna sell some signatures because we did that down in Fort Myers as well. We actually sold one of the Grouper Grapple shirts with all of the veterans, not that just came for Reunite the Fight, but all of them that were in the room. We had all of them sign one of the shirts, and it brought $2,600.
Wow.
And the second runner-up, we went and said, hey, if we get them to sign another one, because they're all still in the room, would you buy it at 26? And she said, only have one stipulation. And I thought, oh, criminy, what did I just walk into? And she said, they all have to come up here so we can get a picture so I can hang it with it.
Wow.
Wow.
So we raised $5,200 on 2 T-shirts.
Holy crap.
So where does the money go to?
Everything that we end up raising, I'm able to purchase these firearms at a wholesale price. So then anything beyond that comes directly back to Reunite the Fight. So that ends up being a pretty reasonable chunk of money down there. I think with the 2 firearms we sold and the 2 shirts, we raised just under $13,000.
Wow. Wow. Talk about raising money for a cause, folks. Man. Whew. That's awesome.
Yeah. You got. Well, you're not done. I was getting ready to say, you did a lot of work today, but you still got your work cut out for you. You haven't started.
No, I have not even started. My work will start this afternoon. I'll actually take off probably in the next half hour, and I'll go over and I'll take a shower. I'll actually get changed into my I'm fixing to go to work shirt.
Oh, you put on a whole different.
Oh yeah, when we get ready to go to work, the hat will be the same, the jeans will be the same, but we'll probably have a long sleeve shirt, and I'll probably be wearing a tie and a vest, because that's how I say it.
True auctioneer right there.
So,
tie, vest, the hat, and the jeans, folks.
You got to be prepared. If you're going to do your job, look like you're going to do your job, and then you're ready to do your job.
There you go. No, we greatly appreciate you, Jeff, for coming. Let everybody know where they can reach you, and if they're looking for an auctioneer for their event, how can they get a hold of you?
If they have an event that I can fit into my schedule, because obviously the last year there was 0, and now all of a sudden it's ramping up. They can find me. My email is jssauctioneers, that's plural, @yahoo.com. And that's the easiest way probably to get in touch with me, and I would love to be able to talk with them and see what we can end up doing. I volunteer for some are instead of a time and materials thing, some of them end up being, you pay for all my expenses, I'll come be able to take care of you. And then there's other ones, depending upon what we're doing, I will usually do a flat rate or be able to do that as well, because most people are like, well, this is a benefit, this is what we're doing. I said, how many benefits do you do a year? And they say, well, we do our one big day a year. I said, I do 20 to 25 big days a year. Now, if you want to follow me around 25 weekends a year, that's half of your weekends, just so we're clear. I'll be more than happy to do that, but I think you probably want paid if you're working on all of those.
Right.
And so that's a big part of, somebody said, what's your profession? I said, I guess I'm a financial acquisition specialist working under a time constraint system.
That's a good title.
That is a great title.
And they look at me and go, what do you do? I said, I'm an auctioneer. I'm here to take all your money. That's what a financial acquisition specialist does.
But you tell them, that's one thing I was going to tell them. You tell them, I'm here to get money from you.
Oh.
I like that approach.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty decent.
This one and here, I'm dealing with a bunch of military guys. How much fluff do you think they're going to put up with?
Zero.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not here to patty cake them and pat them on the back. I'm here to smack them on the ass and say, let's get in the game. And if we're able to do that, and that's what we're doing, that's what they did.
Yep.
That's what military is.
Yep.
That's what reuniting with everybody should do. And if you can do that and get involved, we're on the money. I cannot believe that in my pocket I have a coin from Sergeant Major Carlton Kent.
That's cool.
Wow.
He gave that to me in Detroit. I pulled it out in Florida, and I had a gentleman who is probably one of the toughest Marines I probably have ever met. His name is Brian Peachy, William Brian Peachy. He looked at that and he goes, I got some pretty cool coins. And he took a picture of that one. And I said, that man shook my hand and said, thank you.
Yeah, he's a living legend.
Unbelievable. And he was here today.
Yeah.
Gave me a huge hug, said, I am so glad you're here. This is kind of my backyard. I'm tickled to death you're here. So I'm really looking forward to being able to interact with some of the other guys and be able to do that so that I can then help raise more and be able to do that as well.
Oh, thank
So
you
that's
for your
why I'm
service,
here.
Jeff.
Yeah, no,
No.
definitely thank you for your service, Jeff.
Mine is a whole bunch different, and mine is more after the fact. But when I can help put cash and be able to make it so that these guys can continue on and they can continue with their mission, I feel like I've done my job.
You're doing a great service, man.
Well, thank
I
you.
tell you, greatly appreciate you coming on. You heard it here, folks. Jeff Sweeney, JSS Auctioneers. Again, reach out if you have a benefit. Again, if you're going to pay for a benefit, you might want to pay for an auctioneer. Jeff is good at what he does. He definitely had us sold this morning to spend a little bit of money. So definitely looking forward to the rest of what we got for today. You got anything, Tony?
I'm good. Yeah, again, thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank
I
you, guys.
greatly appreciate you, just like I know everybody else does.
Well, we'll have fun. So a little bit later this afternoon, this is just warm up time.
Yeah.
We're just in the batting cage right now. But this afternoon we'll go into full. We're fixing to put runs on the board.
Nice.
You're
nice.
an amazing dude, man.
Yeah.
I love you, brother.
So we'll catch y'all here in a little bit again. Leaders Lead the Podcast, X Factor, Safety FM. Check us out on the next broadcast. We will see y'all here in a little bit.